Thursday morning, about 8:47 a.m. Yesterday, I didn't get to talk about who I can help, so I want to focus on that today. Today is going to be teaching versus doing. Why I came up with this, I don't know. I think it's because I was thinking about who I can help. So I've read before about the whole teaching versus doing debate, and it can get a little, if I don't phrase this the right way, it could become insulting, but I think I'm just gonna give it how it is. Oftentimes in life, you find you find the teachers and then you find the doers, right? The professor you find the professor in business school teaching business. Alternatively, you have the entrepreneurs in real life actually doing business. On one hand, you have the professors in school teaching marketing to students, maybe kind of how I'm teaching marketing to you guys right now. And then you have the marketers actually doing marketing for the companies. So there's the teaching and there's the doing. There's the coaching and there's the athlete. So you have, let's say, when Manny Pacquiao was knocking people out, 10, 15 years ago, and Manny Pacquiao was like the best fighter in his class, best boxer. And then you had his coach, some old fat guy with glasses, with even some disabilities. He's obviously not an athlete, right? But he's coaching the best boxer in the world. That's the point I wanted to make, is that one is the athlete and one is the coach. One is doing the thing. One is the world-class person, world-class athlete actually doing the task, the activity. And then you have the coach that assumes to know better than what the athlete is doing, and the coach can take the athlete to the next level and improve upon this person's abilities. Now this might all seem very obvious to you. Be like, yeah, Omar, athlete's got a coach. Coach coaches the athlete, and but when we talk about things outside of athletes, I don't think it's as obvious anymore. Like for example, right? Do you think Michael Jordan could make you a better basketball player? Yeah, he's like one of the best that ever lived. So could he be a good coach for you? Yeah, but he might not be the best coach. He might actually be a horrible coach. Um, I don't know. I haven't watched Michael Jordan try to teach someone else basketball. That's a completely different story. He may be the greatest basketball player that ever lived. Um, maybe it's LeBron. I'm not gonna argue about that right now. But let's talk about Michael Jordan. But he might not be the best coach. He may not have the patience to take someone from zero knowledge to where he's at. And so the best coach for you, for anything, might not have been the best player at some point in his or her life. I'm saying this for the first time out loud. I mean, I think we've realized these things. I'm going to say it again. The best coach for you may or may not have been the best player or insert activity in his or her life. The best coach for you just has to be better than you, know more than you, and most importantly though, be able to make you better at what you do. Now that's a big difference. That person may not even your coach may not even need to know exactly what it is you do. It's better, I think. Now in this realm, I don't have as many good analogies, except for the fact that in real estate, right? A really good real estate manager that manage real estate agents. Now you got to understand, real estate agents are just like weird creatures. Okay, they're salespeople. So the manager of those salespeople, though, doesn't necessarily need to know how to sell. He's like more of a kindergarten teacher or literally a coach helping make the salespeople better. Now he himself might be a poor salesperson. So Yeah. It's an interesting like for example, let's go back to MMA boxing, right? Manny Pacquiao, he's a Filipino boxer. If you're not familiar with Manny Pacquiao, now his coach was an elderly man with some disability, and yeah, if you punch him, he'll probably die. But he was coaching the best boxer in the world, right? So so the person claiming to be able to take you to your best or make you better, they may not be able to do it themselves. So let's think about that fat personal trainer that you might not respect. Well, don't judge a book by its cover, because hey, this fat personal trainer might have his own mental issues why he became fat or why he doesn't feel like working out anymore. But the fat personal trainer might know his shit. He might know how to motivate you. He might know everything there is about kinesiology and how the body functions and moves and strength training and yoga. But the fat personal trainer just might not want to work out himself. Or the doctor that gets sick and dies. He can heal everybody else, but he can't heal himself. I know I'm really stretching these analogies right now, but and the reason I'm thinking about these things is because I'm thinking about doing something in the marketing realm. Maybe doing a course, because I'm already recording these things every day. I'm last year I started podcasting. I started getting used to the idea of just free talking. I'm not just talking bullshit. Like as you can see here, I've got my outline. I want to talk about teaching versus doing. So with a good outline, with some passion and believing in something, you can take the outline and create an hour-long speech, as I'm doing right now. I'm not reading verbatim off a script. I'm looking at the outline that I made of the topic that I wanted to talk about. And this, mind you, is hard for me. This doesn't come easy for me. This is one of the harder things that I have to do in life. And so I might quit this tomorrow, next week. I committed to doing a vlog every morning to just put myself in an uncomfortable situation. It's very similar to waking up every morning, taking a cold shower. It's just like, God damn it, I don't want to do it. And it's not going to be unhealthy. And I'm not going to get sick and die, but it doesn't feel good. But it does shock the nervous system in a way. And I'm not saying I do that. I'm saying I've done it before. Just I've heard people do it as a strategy to wake up in the morning. But I'm saying this morning vlog that I do every day is very similar to waking up and using cold water for your shower, because it's uncomfortable and I have to make up, on the fly. It's not like I prepare this the night before. So back to teaching versus doing. We're talking about a boxer versus a coach, and we're talking about somebody who's best at doing what he does. Like Usain Bolt is the fastest sprinter alive. That doesn't mean he's the best sprinting coach. Okay? Usain Bolt might not know why or how he does what he does, but a really good coach will be able to take a sprinter and make that sprinter better, be able to analyze the movements and figure out how to make the sprinter better with training, with movements, with strength training, running more, working on your movement patterns, your breathing. But that doesn't necessarily mean the coach knows or can sprint very, very fast. So two different things. So let's tie this up. Who am I? Who am I now? Who did I used to be? Who can I help? I think I know some stuff about marketing. And I'm hesitant to say a lot, because compared to the average person, I might know a lot. But like the more I think about coaching this, and I'm like, okay, well, then the whole insecurity kicks in. Like, well, maybe I don't know as much as I thought I knew. So then I go and I try to learn more before I set out on actually teaching it. And then you go through you figure out how much you really do know or don't know. And so I figure I need to read like every marketing book out there before I set out to write my own. I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to try to read some of them while I do this at the same time. Who did I used to be? I used to be a guy who, compared to now, knew nothing about marketing. But even back then, I thought I knew a lot about marketing. So so where I am now, let's just say I have like 100 gigabytes more marketing knowledge than I do 15 years ago. When we can talk in terms of decades, it's like, dang, you're getting old, homie. Um, so when I was in real estate, the real estate agent is a one man show or one woman show. You're doing everything. You're your own marketing person. You're running your own business. You own everything in real estate until you build your own team. And so I used to be a guy that thought he knew marketing, and then each year I learn something new and I get better and I better. And then here I am today to where we're like, well, I kind of have it together now, you know? I continue to learn new things. And as new programs and softwares come out, learn new strategies, absorb new trends, as in, like, there's the whole content marketing trend over the last decade. Looks like it's still rocking and rolling, here to stay. And we'll end it with a passage from this book then. What my book addresses. What this book addresses, the one that I'll be releasing later this year. Different businesses across many different industries will face unique challenges. Duh. I like to make obvious statements, really. What works for one business in one industry may not work for another in a different industry. While I understand this poignant fact, I've also noticed some significant facts. Almost all businesses share some common attributes that lead to success. In this book, I aim to identify those things, especially for small startup businesses. However, the information I put in the book can also apply to larger companies. But it's best for startups. So that's what we address in the book. And it's a work in progress. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.